Today we are reviewing what we learned yesterday about odds and evens, and then we're going to take it a step further. So we had talked about the numbers 1 through 10, and I showed you the cards and counters material, and I showed you how the discs match up to make them even, or if they're one off to make them odd. I also showed you how to have a dance party with your fingers, because that's silly, but it helps you also remember, if you don't have a material with you, if a number is odd or even. Now we're going to make things a little more complicated. Numbers don't just stop at the number 10. They go on forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So you don't have that many fingers. So we have to figure out another way to tell if a number is odd or even. So I'm going to write down some numbers here on my whiteboard, and today we're going to focus on the place value of that number. So I'm going to look up, or I'm going to start with, the number 41. I don't have 41 fingers to do a dance party with. You don't have 41 fingers to do a dance party with. So we have to find another way. To know if a number is odd or even, you look right here at the one's place value. So when I look at this one's place value, I'm looking at the number 1. Now I can test it, and if I don't feel confident, if I'm not sure, I can use my fingers and use the strategy that I taught you yesterday. So I'm going to use this strategy because I'm going to prove my answer to you. I believe, well, let's see, what is 41? So I have my hands together. I'm going to stick out my 1. 41 is odd because it is all by itself. So 41 is odd. Let's try another number. I want to try 36. So again, I'm going to look at the one's place value, and I'm going to check this number out. I am going to use my fingers because I am going to prove things right now to you. 36, I'm going to put my hands together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last set, 6. 36. Ooh, everybody has a dance partner. Dance party. 36 is even. Ooh, run out of room. 36 is even. Let's try the number 95. Ooh, that's a big number. So again, we're going to look here in my ones place. 95. I'm going to continue to prove this to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 95. 5 is in the ones place value, so I'm checking that. 5 is odd. He doesn't have a partner. Okay. How about, let's say, 27? Now I want you to try. Hit pause, and I want you to try 27. 27, let's test it out. I'm going to look at 7 because 7 is in the ones place value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one more makes 7. 27. 27 is odd because 7 doesn't have a partner all by itself. 27 is odd. Now I'm going to throw a funny one in here. I'm going to try the number 60. And the 0 is in the ones place value. Well, I'm going to prove this with my fingers. We'll see how this goes. Ta-da! I have 0 fingers. Do you see that? 0 fingers. Now, is there anyone left out? No, nobody's all by themselves. So when you have a 0, the number is even because there's nobody all by themselves. It's just like when you look at the number 10, it also ends in a 0 and nobody's all by themselves. So the number 60 is even. Let's get a little wild. I'm going to throw in some higher numbers. I'm going to try 284. That is a big number, and that is a crazy 2, so I'm going to fix that. 200. Sorry, that one's better. 284. It doesn't matter how many numbers I have. I always look at the ones place value right here. So I have a 4. Let's determine if 4 is odd or even. We're going to prove it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is an even number. Dance party. They are all matched up. So 284 is even. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to turn this one around. I made it too tight. Even. Get that back there. Okay, I'm gonna make an even bigger number because now that I've figured out that I'm only looking at my ones place value, I want to get a little wild. I want 6,000, 175. Yeah, look at that. I'm going to look at my ones place value. I'm going to look at my 5. And we are going to prove it. You may already remember from all of the review that we've had. Let's do this. Hands together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Oh, look right there. He does not have a partner. 5 is odd. So 6,175 is also odd. I'm going to do one more and I'm going to make it big. 8 million, 742,000, 392. Whoa, wait. Okay. Does it matter how big that number is? Because you definitely don't have that many fingers. No, it sure doesn't. You're just looking at that ones place value. It's a 2. Prove it. 1, 2. 2 is even. It has a dance party. So 2 is even. Dance partners are together and having a great time. Excellent. Now one more step. You may come across problems like this. What if it is 18 plus 5 equals? So you're going to come up with this sum, 18 plus 5. You will have, each kid has a different way of coming up with this solution. Some of you are going to use counters. Some of you are going to use touch points on the numbers. Some of you already have it memorized. I'm going to count this on the touch points of my number. Okay, so I know that the touch points on 5 are right here. I'm just going to draw them in. He has a belly button 5. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. My answer is 23. Now I have to determine if 23 is odd or even. So I look at the 3 because it's in the ones place value. And I'm going to prove it. 1, 2, 3. 3 is all by himself. So 23 is odd. I'm going to do one more. 25 plus, let's try 7. Okay. So I'm my touch points on 7 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And when you look at this, for those of you who are not familiar with touch points on numbers, that's something you can check out. But 25, 26, this is a double tap, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So my answer is 32. And I'm going to look at the 2 place, or not the 2 place, the 2 and the 1's place. And I know that 2 is even. So the answer to my sum here is also even.